Hello everyone, Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle, and this is a very interesting comparison that you guys have selected for this week's fan requested Friday video. In fact, hit thumbs up on this video, get it up to 500 likes, and I'll do all of the other requests. That's a pretty good deal, guys. This is a revisited matchup comparison between Derek Lunsford and Chris Bumstead. I did this one after the 2021 Olympia. It was 212 champion versus men's classic champion. And obviously, guys, Derek Lunsford was too much in the way of muscle for Chris Bumstead. And I actually thought at the time that Derek Lunsford would have been the only human being in the history to be able to go down to men's classic, win that title, and then go up to open class and win that title. And I guess I was way off on that one. He definitely did not go to classic. He went to open. And winning the second place in the open class kind of proves that he could, yes, in fact, win that open class title. Let's go through these shots, guys, because, I mean, Chris Bumstead, he's going to be in a lot of trouble in this one. And like I said, guys, I was way off on Derek Lunsford going to classic. He was 212. He would have had to get to 185. He would have had to lose a chunk of weight already. But, I mean, he was so much more muscular, even in the 212 division, that, yeah, I still stand to my words. I think that tiny waistline, that phenomenal type of genetics, the structure that Derek Lunsford has, yeah, eventually he could lose a pile of weight, and maybe someday, maybe when he's in his 40s, go to classic. Yeah, why not? Why not? Front double bicep, you could talk right through this, guys. As good as that midsection is of Bumstead and as good as his conditioning is, there's just no way that he is pushing Derek Lunsford. Look at the arms on this Lunsford man. Go to the next shot here. And when it was 212 versus classic, I kind of give an edge to Chris Bumstead, to be honest with you, Dan. I didn't mind him in this shot. Looks pretty good. But Derek, he's so big. He's so big. I didn't want to be that big. Well, I'm sure he doesn't mind being that big. The separation is not as good for Derek Lunsford. Hey, I'm not questioning his condition, but there is certain shots that you see Derek Lunsford in that he does appear to be in better condition than others. But anyway, love Chris in this pose, for sure. Not the best one for Derek. Turn to the side here. And, I mean, if Bumstead was in trouble when it was 212 versus classic, now it's open versus classic, and it's open season on Chris Bumstead. Chris does have a little bit of dryness there in the quads that was maybe superior to his other years. So actually, 2022, certain shots Bumstead was at his all-time best. Even the arm. In this display, the arm looks better than it ever has before. That's his torn bicep, guys. It was swollen. It was swollen bowling. It actually looked better when it was swollen. Maybe not in the inside of the arm. Later the big guy comes right up with his pose. But here in the side chest, his bicep actually looked a little bit better. Look at the thickness of Lunsford. Could you imagine the ramifications of him trying to sit down on the toilet? Go to the back shot. And this was double D, triple D dominance when it was 212 versus classic. And now it is ultra quadruple dominance. Whatever, guys. It's just Derek Lunsford's blasting him out of the whatever. But you guys wanted to see this one. And I don't care how ridiculous it is. Hey, if you guys want to see Chuck Norris versus Burt Reynolds, I'll do Chuck Norris versus Burt Reynolds. I think you guys wanted Bruce Lee versus Burt Reynolds at one point in time. I don't know. So yes, if you think these video comparisons are foolish, the type of people that I am comparing, well, I'd say take it up with my fans. But don't you ever take it up with my fans. If you want to fight with somebody, you fight with me. Anyway, go Go to the abs and thigh. I don't want to fight with anybody. I had 2 older brothers growing up. A fight to me meant a beating. Brutal at times. Wow. Yeah, abs and thigh. I kind of like the abs here for Derek. And those quads are ginormous. They look like Tom Platts in comparison to Chris Bumstead. Chris was downsized in the wheel. The one that we see anyway. It was his left quad was decent size, but I think his right quad was just a little bit, just a fig Newton down in size. Hooah! I like the vacuum shot. You guys like the vacuum shot? Is it still enough? Doesn't really matter, guys. If you're judging this, classic, Chris Bumstead wins every shot. Because Derek would not make weight. He would not make weight as a 212 athlete. Now he wouldn't make weight as a 250-pound nutcase. And hold on a second before you get all excited. I'm sure he's not 250 pounds. He's probably like 230 or something, Derek. You guys know how heavy he was? Most muscular. Look at the width. Pretty impressed with Chris Bumstead's most musculars. And he's able to hit it now because his arm looks awesome. You see that? His torn bicep? That's the better arm. That's the torn bicep arm. I'm telling you, the outside of the arm looked tremendous. Never looked so good. Swollen, like I said. And he even delivered a hands clasped. And somebody could get confused about this situation because, to me, his left arm looks far superior. But I guess that's the one that he tore. That's the one that, a tendon or what have you. He made a video, said what he did to it. Could have been lying. I don't think he was. Good Canadian buck. We all tell the truth, eh? We don't tell too many fibs. Okay, maybe once or twice, eh? A nice crab position, most muscular to finish this one off. Might even made Derek Lunsford a little bit smaller in this one. Just to give a nice little explanation point to Chris Bumstead. I give him a victory in this crab position, most muscular. And if there's any pose that represents the open class, well, maybe the back shots, but I would say it would be the most muscular. In particular, the crab position, most muscular. And classic physique, they usually stay away from this one. But you know what? Chris Bumstead looks better. Look at the chest fibers. And that torn bicep has never looked so swell. It looks just swell, just fine. Just good. Hit thumbs up on the video, guys, if you did in fact enjoy it. Hey, you guys wanted to see the beating. Not so much of a beating here in this pose. I can tell you that. Derek, if that is, in fact, your real name. Anyway, guys, fun comparison, but obviously Derek was just too much for Chris Bumstead in the way of size, mass. I don't want to say condition. Bumstead's pretty peeled himself. Have a great one, guys.